Good morning. This is December the 12th, Tuesday, 2023, and we are in BBA section, BBA first semester, section B, compulsory English class, where we were reading Michael Winnerip's essay or narrative, Loving the Boom, the Blue Collar Millionaire, which was about the rise of American economy in 1970s and 80s, where we read how there was cutthroat competition among various rising industries, factories, companies, and how this cutthroat competition had many implications both for the employers and employees. For employers, it was good because they could also get cheap labor, they could exploit. For employees, it was not so good because they had to work at a very low pay. But what we read was how Robert Bartuglia rises as a businessman and establishes Laro cleaning company worth $50 million business. He began at the age of 15 with $250 investment. त्यही भएर भन्छ सक्छौ भने जागिर नखाऊ, व्यापार गर. You can see from this example. If Robert Bartuglia had taken up a job, his salary will be at the most 100,000. त्यति नै हुन्थ्यो होला बढीमा, 1 लाख 2 लाख होला. But he used that $250 as a seed money. And Bartuglia became an entrepreneur. He invested that money in buying the pickup truck and expanded the horizon of his service, which was limited to the neighborhood at first. And look how he developed by bidding very low, keeping least margin, profit margin, minimum profit margin, paying very low to workers, working hard day and night, struggling, expanding business, and finally he becomes a recognized brand. This is what we read. I guess we completed reading yesterday, right? Now I will write something on the board. What we are supposed to do now in this story, as I write, note down and do that. Note down and do that. So I'll write some questions and you will answer these questions on the story. Okay. So this is a narrative. This is a narrative. So we will examine the elements of narrative. Now what do we examine? I'll write down, you note down. I'll write, you note down. Setting. Look for 3 things. What is the time? When the story opens, which year, which decade? Which country, which city, which town, where does the story take place? Then atmosphere? How is the general feeling in the story? What is the general feeling or general mood of the story? What is the permeating feeling or mood in the story? Characters. Who are the people mentioned in the story? Note their names in the order in which. Just a minute. Yes.
What is the dance feeling or mood in the story?
Permeating. Permeating means present everywhere. Permit means a feeling that is present everywhere. Right. If you don't know word meaning, check your mobile phone. Don't ask me, okay? About characters, describe their physical appearance, dressing, mental habits, what do they say about one another, and what is their role in the story. When you analyze characters, first you begin by describing how do they look, physical description. Then you talk about habit, mental description. Then you talk about the way they dress. Then you talk about their hobbies. Then you talk about what do they think and say about one another. Then you talk about what role do they play in the story, what actions do they do. Character. Dialogue. As you read the story, you may spot dialogues which deeply touch you for various reasons. Note down such remarkable dialogues, and then write your comment on Why you like dialogue? Why the dialogue is important? Plot means the sequence in which the events of the story unfold. Right or skeleton-like outline of the plot. Note mainly the main action verbs summarizing who does what. Plot. Action. Every story begins with a normal scenario, then someone does something which triggers a chain reaction leading to other actions which further the narrative. Note down the major action as follows. Normal situation, conflict, complication, crisis, peak of tension, tension cools down, problems gets solved situation becomes normal again. 5. Now number 6. What is the theme of the story? Theme means an idea that recurs again and again throughout the story. What is the theme? What is the rhetorical situation of the narrative? Here, who is the narrator? To whom is the narrator talking? Who is the audience? I mean, what is the occasion? What is the speech or message of the story? Number 7. Number 7. Now here 8. Summarize the story. Number 9. Write its interpretation. Number 10. Write a critical comment on the story. Write its assimilation. Analyze its argument. Write a similar story from Nepal.
पूरा स्क्रिप्ट राइटिङ भइसक्यो मुभी बनाउने अब
I know there are a lot of things to do. तपाईहरुलाई मैले के सिकाउँदैछु जीवनमा भने नि जीवनमा अगाडि कठिन कठिन कुराहरू छन् इजी पाथ छैन र टिचरले बसले अरु कसैले जति ठुलो च्यालेन्ज अगाडि पोज गरे पनि डिस्करेज नहुने म गर्छु भन्ने देन यु ग्रो त्यो बच्चा आफ्नो च्या 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 गरेर रुने होइन यति काम दिए गर्ने होइन जति काम दिए पनि म गर्छु सर भन्ने देन यु ग्रो Note down, then I'll explain. First note this down, then I'll explain.
टेंशन को तो और क्या लगे सके हो
Wait a minute. Where?
there's a besides crisis
Number, which number?
so that figure crisis को side
Oh, conflict, complication, crisis, pick up tension. Tension cools down. Problems get solved. Situation becomes normal again. This can be a framework for analyzing any story, any narrative. Yeah.
write a similar story for a comparison
Now I want you to do internet research finally and find such a story from Nepalese business surrounding. यस्तै खोज के नेपालको कुनै कम्पनीको स्टोरी निकाल जहाँ यस्तै न्यारेसन छ कसरी नेपालमा कुन इन्डस्ट्री स्ट्रगल यस्तै स्टोरी खोज न फाइन्ड द केस यस्तै लिएर आऊ So, setting or exposition is the background to the story. There are three things to pay attention. Time. For example, this story is about the 1970s America. It's about 1970s and 80s. 70s and 80s. Where does the story take place? No doubt America. But where inside America? Which city? Which state? Now this third is a bit challenging. Atmosphere is the kind of feeling you get in a story. कहिलेकाहीँ तिमी कसै घरमा गयो भने केही गनाउँछ गनायो के इमेजिन गर न कसै गयो गेटबाट छिर्यो गनायो त्यसलाई मन पर्दैन नि छ्या भन्ने हुन्छ नि डिस्गस्टिङ भयो नि सो यु से दिस हाउस ह्याज डिस्गस्टिङ एटमोस्फियर तिमी गार्डनमा गयो रोजै रोज छ अनि बाई चान्स रोज फुलेछ सबै राम्रो स्मेल आयो यु हेभ भेरी what do you call that atmosphere? रोजै रोज भाइ गार्डनमा गयो भने what do you call that atmosphere? के वर्ड हुनसक्छ त्यसलाई डिस्क्राइब गर्ने अघि मैले डिस्कस्टिङ भने जस्तै अब के होला हो अब के भन्नु पऱ्यो द स्टोरी हेज प्लेजेन्ट एटमोस्फियर भन्नु पऱ्यो अब तिमी एउटा टाउनमा गयो घुम्न कुनै ठाउँमा हाइकिङ गर्न गयो अनि पुरा जङ्गल छ डरलाग्दो छ कताबाट बाघ आउँछ भालु आउँछ भने डर लाग्छ तिमी एक्लै छौ टेरर एकदमै टेरिफाई भइरहेछ के हैन एकदमै डर लाग्छ अब वाट वर्ड विल यु युज फर द एटमोस्फियर एक्लै हाइकिङ गइरहेको थियो जङ्गलमा पस्यो अँध्यारो छ पुरा खोलानाला छ सुनसान छ चरा मात्रै बोल्छ मान्छे कोही देख्दैन अनि तिमीलाई पुरा डरले काम्न थाल्यो कि तिमी फोनमा बोलेको छ भने तिमी कहाँ छौ भने वाट वर्ड विल यु युज टेरिफाइङ भन्ला हरिबल एटमोस्फियर हो यसरी भन्न नाउ यु गेट इट द जनरल फिलिङ अर मुड द्याट द स्टोरी क्रिएट्स द्याट इज कल्ड एटमोस्फियर Atmosphere is the general feeling or the mood that a story evokes as you read. Then you have Characters. So characters, one thing I forgot to mention there, let me write here. About characters, you can also talk about, look here. Do they change? If yes, they are round characters. They are round characters. Do they change? No. Then they are called flat characters. कुनै पनि क्यारेक्टरको आनी बानी बेहोरा चेन्ज हुँदै गइरहेछ भने इट इज अ राउन्ड क्यारेक्टर. दे डेभलप. अनि कुनै क्यारेक्टर सुरुबाट एउटै खालको बानी चाहिँ चेन्ज हुँदैन भने दे आर फ्ल्याट. दे डोन्ट डेभलप. So talk about characters. Do they change or do they not change? Describe physical appearance if given. If given. How old? How tall? What is the build? Strong build? Thin build? के छ? गोरो कालो के छ? जुगा छ कि? कपाल कस्तो छ? Physical. Physical. Then talk about the sense of dressing. How do they dress? अब यो कुराहरु if it is given, note down. If it is not given, ignore. Then mental habit. Look, you begin by reading that Robert Bartuglia was bored of girls, bored of toys, bored of something, but he was never bored of work. So he was workaholic. Workaholic. This is mental habit. This is mental feature, right? Some people enjoy working. They don't do anything, right? It's a mental habit. Then talk about what do they say about one another. Mainly, you will see that Bhaka speaks a lot in this story. Konlon speaks a lot in this story. So Bhaka talks about someone in this story. Konlon talks about someone in this story. Now, when you pay attention to what a character says about another, you better understand. ऊ क्यारेक्टर छ एउटा स्टोरीमा अनि उसले चाहिँ उसको कुरा सुन्छ उसलाई गएर भनिदिन्छ. उसको सुन्छ उसलाई गएर भनिदिन्छ. उसको सुन्छ उसलाई गएर भनिदिन्छ. अनि यिनीहरू लड्छन् ऊ हाँसेर बस्छ. अब नाउ यु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड हर बेटर. सी इज अ पत्रकार काइन्ड अफ क्यारेक्टर. फर इक्जाम्पल ठट्टा गरेको यु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड बेटर होइन. थाहा हुन्छ नि कस्तो मान्छे भनेर सुलसुले भन्छ नि. सो judge the character. How are they? Imagine that they are your neighborhood people. त्यो पात्रलाई छिमेकी मान के छिमेकीको आन्टी हो उसको बानी कस्तो छ and judge it, right? Evaluate. Right? And then what is their role? Look, role means are they hero in the story? Are they villain in the story? Do they play the role of foil in the story? Foil भन्छ स्टोरीमा foil भनेको दुईटाको अफेयर चलिरहेछ एकछिनमा अप्ठ्यारो मान्नु पर्दैन. बोइज एन्ड गर्ल्स भनौँ न. अनि उसले के गर्छ भने उसले थाहा पाउँछ अनि त्यहाँ दुईजना बिचमा छिर्छ अनि बिगारिदिन्छ कि सबै भत्ताभङ्ग बनाइन्छ. अनि उसलाई त्यही रमाइलो लाग्छ कि सी इज अ फोइल. अरूको कुरा बिगार्दै हिँड्ने कि फोइल. अरूको कुरा बिगार्दै हिँड्ने कि दुईजनाको बिचमा छिर्ने अनि प्ले गर्ने कि त्यहाँ भड्काउने बिगार्ने यताउता गर्ने फोइल. देन ओके dialogue. In many places in the story, wherever you have inverted comma, stop and read the quotation very carefully. And if you think that the dialogue is significant, note down and write why. जस्तो मैले कुनै कुनै ठाउँमा चाहिँ तपाईलाई देखाउँछु नि, हेर त्यहाँ 60 घण्टा काम गरेर भनेको छ भन्छु नि मैले. नोट डाउन. कुनै डायलगले एक्सप्लोइटेसन देखाउँछ, नोट डाउन. कुनै डायलगले कसलाई डन्की देखाउँछ, नोट डाउन. And write कि किन तिमीलाई मन पर्यो डायलग, किन मन पर्यो. Note down and write a reason why you like the dialogue, right? Then comment why you like the dialogue, why very important. Next is plot. This is a difficult job. Plot is skeleton type outer. मेरो बडी हेर्नुभयो भने बाहिरबाट म यस्तो देखिन्छु, तर भित्र त ब्याकबोन छ यहाँ. त्यो ब्याकबोनमा मासु फिल भएर बडी बनायो नि. यता रिब छ, त्यो रिबले त सेप दियो नि बडीलाई, हैन? पेल्भिस छ, त्यसले सेप दियो नि यो हिपलाई. हामी बाहिरबाट पो फिल भएको बडी देख्छौँ, तर कोरमा त एउटा कोर एलिमेन्ट छ नि. कुनै पनि स्टोरीमा कोर स्ट्रक्चर हुन्छ कि. आई वान्ट यु टु नो द स्ट्रक्चर, त्यसलाई समराइज गर्नुहोस्. हु डज वाट, दिस इज एन आउटलाइन टाइप अफ. अनि यो गर्न यु माइट ह्याभ टु रिड द स्टोरी मोर देन वन्स. Unless you know each and everything in the story, you can't summarize the plot. You cannot summarize plot unless you read 2-3 times and unless you know everything. Plot summarize gara sabai bujhya hunनुपर्छ, otherwise you can't summarize. And in plot you pay attention to major events, not minor. जस्तै हेर्नुस् न, बच्चा मैले प्लट लेखेँ भने, all right, Robert Bartuglia, okay, starts mowing the lawn, buys pickup truck, visits Rakanelli, gets a job, bids contract. I'll go like this. I will note major activities done by major characters. Plot is those actions which lead the story further. In plot, we will not pay attention to minor things. We will pay attention to major things, because it is the major actions which lead the story ahead. Okay. Then action and plot are similar. When you talk about plot, you pay attention to action. But when you talk about action, this picture keep in mind. Every story begins normal. This story begins normal. Robert Bartuglia is at home. Her mom is there. Dad might be there. Nice home, nice family. He's just 15. No problem. Normal beginning. Now conflicting. What is conflict? Conflict is the first activity in the story that begins chain of activities. त्यो रबर्ट बर्तुग्लियाले छिमेकीको लन मोइङ गर्न नगएको भए यो कहानी नै बन्ने थिएन. सुरुमै उसले लन मोइङको काम नगरेर अरू कुनै घुम्न गए भए. कसको फोन गरिरहेछ? मेरो हो र? ठिकै छ. कस्तो भाइब्रेसन आइरहेछ कि. उसले त्यो ठिकै छ डिस्ट्र्याक्सन गरेर यस्तो हुन्छ. त्यो आयो नि त. अनि म के ब्रेक भन्दा भनेर पढाइरहेको थिएँ नि त, अनि मलाई डिस्ट्र्याक्सन भयो कि. त्यो भएर तिमीले ख्याल गर्नुपर्छ. म डिस्ट्र्याक्ट भयो नि त, भएर कहाँ बोलिरहेको थिएँ, कहाँ गएर दिमाग मैले मेरो मोबाइल भन्न ठाने, होइन, कति डिस्ट्रप्सन भयो कि. सो कन्फ्लिक्ट के हो भने, रबर्ट बर्तुग्लियाले त्यो लन मोइङको काम सुरु नगरे भए जागिर पो खान्थ्यो कि, लाइफै अर्कै पो हुन्थ्यो कि. लन मोइङ भनेको फर्स्ट कन्फ्लिक्टिङ एक्सन. किन कन्फ्लिक्ट हुँदा यसले इट ब्रिङ्स फर्दर कन्सिक्वेन्सेस कि. बिकज बाई मोइङ द लन्स ही गट $250. अब यसको अर्को एक्टिभिटी भयो नि, पैसा कमायो नि. त्यो $250 त घुम्न गयो भने हुन्थ्यो नि, टुरमा गयो भने हुन्थ्यो नि. त्यो भएर ऊ ट्राभल बन्थ्यो होला नि. उसले के गर्यो, हि बट अ पिकअप ट्रक. यस्तो मेजर नोट गर्ने कि. अब यहाँनिर हेर्नुहोस् है, हि मोज द लन, he buys pickup truck, and he expands, goes to Rakanelli, buys expensive house, and becomes, he is 22, and he has become a millionaire. तर के भइरहेछ? His wife divorces him. I take that as a peak in the story. मेरो लागि, you may disagree. His wife divorces. अथवा अझ अगाडि जान सक्नुहुन्छ. यु मे से द्याट अब आई डोन्ट नो, यु डिसाइड है कहाँनिर चाहिँ स्टोरीमा टर्निङ पोइन्ट छ, आई डोन्ट नो, यु डिसाइड. बट नर्मली के हुन्छ भने स्टोरीमा एउटा पार्टसम्म टेन्सन बढ्दै जान्छ कि, टेन्सन बढ्दै जान्छ. एउटा पार्टमा चाहिँ ट्रेजेडी हुन्छ, केही एक्सन हुन्छ, ठुलो घटना हुन्छ. त्यसपछि त्यो यहाँ भएको जुन प्रब्लम छ नि यो सल्भ हुन थाल्छ कि. अब दिस फ्रेमवर्क मे नट वर्क एक्ज्याक्टली इन दिस न्यारेटिभ बट समवट क्लोजर. तिमी के र भन्दाखेरि हाउ रबर्ट बर्तुग्लिया राइजेस टु richness, त्यो न्यारेट गर न, राइट. एन्ड देन फाइनली theme is a recurring idea in the story. For example, hunasakcha struggle is the theme, business struggle. Maybe exploitation is the theme. Maybe growth of business is the theme. You decide. Then what is the rhetorical situation? So who is the narrator? Who is telling us a story? कसको मुखबाट हामी यो स्टोरी सुनिरहेछौँ? Is it Bartuglia? I don't know. Is it Bhaka? I don't know. Now, when you talk about narrator, let me help you. Is there an I in the story telling? Maybe, may not be, I don't know. Is somebody using you in the story? Maybe, may not, I don't know. Or is somebody using he in the story? This is true in this case. Because now the question comes, this he may be Robert Bartuglia, but who is saying this he? So this he may be present in the story, you know, or this he may be absent, you don't know. When you don't know who is saying this he, that is called omniscient narrator. An omniscient narrator is not seen anywhere, but he is everywhere in the story. You don't know exactly who is speaking to you. You know somebody is speaking. You hear the voice, but you don't see the face is speaking. When you hear the voice, when you know someone is telling you the story, but you are not able to decide कसले भनिरहेछ यो story. That is omniscient narrator, right? So you decide whether this story is being told by. This is called first person singular narration. This is called first person plural narration. This is called second person narration, and this is rare. This is rare. This is called third person narration. This is very common. This is common. And in third person narration, there are two chances. Sometimes one of the characters is telling you the story. So you know Baka is telling the story or somebody, I don't know. I said in third person narration, there are two chances. Someone in the story tells you the story. So the narrator is not only telling the story, but he is also participating in the story. He is not only telling, he is also participating in the story. One chance. Another is, you don't know who is telling the story. That is called omniscient narrator. What do we call it? Omniscient. We won't go in depth. Just decide who is telling the story. Then to whom? We know that Michael Winnerip wrote this story. So he is the author. Do you think Michael Winnerip wrote this story for LSM students? No. Now you decide. For this, find out this story was published in New York Times. This will help you, the audience. And New York Times is primarily read by Americans, but it is also read by people around the world. And this is a story about economic growth. So we guess it is the story for business people. I guess so. Just my opinion. Right? When you write a love story, for example, you write it for young people. Do you write a love story for 80-year-old people? Octogenarians? No. तिमीले लभ स्टोरी लेख्यौ भने त यङलाई लेख्यौ भने तिमीले 90 वर्षले लेख्या त हुँदैन नि. So the theme helps you, the audience, because the theme of this story is business. So the audience is business people. Audience is business people. Okay. Then theme. Sorry. Audience. What is the occasion? Occasion is 1980s Ronald Reagan's rule and economic boom in America. That's the occasion. What is the speech, message? Now you have to write in a very short way. What is the message? So maybe one message may be, if you want to succeed in business, you have to be ready for unimaginable struggle. You may disagree, write your message, but message means summarize the story in one sentence. Message means what lesson is this telling you. You read the story, you finish, you close the book. What do you learn? What do you take home? What do you take home? Message is what you take for your life. यो कथा पढे मैले लाइफमा यहाँबाट यो कुरा फलो गर्छु. That is the message. Then summarize, interpret. Now to do these things, I'll tell a source. Flax, Golden Tales, published by Ekata Books, page 15 and 53. On page 15, there is a very useful note about these four things. On page 53, there is application. Maybe you can Google. I guess this information may be available in Google. Just type Flax Golden Tales. If you want to do Google search, type this. Type this. The 4 levels of interacting with the text as given in the book Flax Golden Tales. Use this search term, and maybe Google will show you some files one might have uploaded from this book. Then, so in that Google search you will find summary, interpretation, critical commentary and assimilation. I won't explain right now. Analyze the argument. Now this is very difficult job. This is difficult. And I just want to see if somebody can do it. And if he can do, I'll bring a bar of chocolate for you. If you can present a beautiful argument analysis of the story as a prize, I'll give you a bar of chocolate.
So small bar, big bar.
Depends on, okay, if bigger analysis, bigger bar. If smaller analysis, smaller bar. Yeah. Okay. If your analysis is as sweet as dairy milk, you get a dairy milk. Yeah. So the quality of analysis, quality of chocolate offered. Okay? But I know this is a difficult job. This task is very difficult. And I want to see who has the guts to do it. Wait a minute. Finally, hello, you will do, finally, you will do some research. I want you to find out similar story about Nepalese economic development. अब कहाँ खोज्ने? गुगल गर्न पहिला. अब कहाँ खोज्ने? कुनै इकोनोमिक जर्नल भेटौ नेपालको. माधव सरलाई भन, इको सरलाई दिवाकर सरले हामीलाई हैरान पार्नुभयो सर, दुरुक्कै रुवाइसक्नु भयो, यस्तो कुरा पढाउनु भयो, अब खोज भन्नुहुन्छ, हामीलाई बताउनुहोस् कि नेपालमा यस्तो कथा कहाँ छ, एन्ड ब्रिङ इट एनी क्वेसन्स? यति रिसा होला के क्वेसन, कति रिसा होला तिम्रो होइन, कति काम दियो भने यो काम आज के बार हो? मङ्गलबार होइन? अब नेक्स्ट क्लास कहिले छ यहाँ मेरो? मेरो फ्राइडे क्लास छ यहाँ। ल फ्राइडे यो काम सबै गरेर यस्तै प्रिन्ट गरेर लिएर आउने। हेलो, फ्राइडे यस्तै प्रिन्ट गरेर फाइल बनाएर लिएर आउने, प्लास्टिक हालेर गरेर प्रिन्ट गरेर प्लास्टिक हालेर निट एन्ड क्लिन लिएर आउने। डु अर डाई, डु अर डाई, देयर इज नो थर्ड अप्सन। यही कुरा यो स्टोरी कहिले भर्खर पढेको,
छुट्याएर लिएर आउने
यो अहिले भर्खर हामीले पढ्यौँ नि, यति काम गरेर फ्राइडे यस्तै बनाएर पनि लिएर आउने, यस्तो बनाएर लिएर आउने। ए म त पङ्खे नै टाङ्दियो कि भन्छ नि। थ्याङ्क यू।